Hello, Word112 here. And hey, guess what? We're going to take a look at our favorite franchise today. And it's none other than our favorite blue cat from the future, Doraemon. Yeah. Now, as some of the British people are probably aware, they're basically going to make a new Doraemon. They're going to be pretty much airing Doraemon in UK and Ireland, obviously, because pretty much UK and Ireland both share the same channels, sort of. Because most channels anyway, they don't share TG car together. Anyway, so yeah, they're going to be making a new Doraemon dub on the UK, and you're probably wondering, yeah, there was already there was already an English dub made back in 2014, but that was like made for the US, and it was like created by Bang Zoom Entertainment for Disney XD. And I'm pretty sure most people are pretty much wondering, hey, are they going to be showing this dub for the UK? And I was going to think that as well, but apparently after doing a bit of research, apparently not. Instead, the UK dub is going to be created by Look International SA. Yeah, that company. You know the one I'm talking about? It's the one where they basically licensed it in Spain and Portugal, among a few other countries that happen to have Luke as their pretty much role model. But yeah, they're going to be airing it in Luke. They're going to be airing it in the UK, and yeah. Apparently, it'll use the same names as the US dub. I mean, like in the US dub, we have like Doraemon. You know, in the original version, we had Doraemon, Nobita, Shizuka, Suneo, Jian, and Dorami. Yeah, but in the if you remember, the Bang Zoom version had Doraemon, Nobita became Nobi, Shizuka became Sue, Suneo became Sneech, and Jian became Big G. And then Doraemon and Dorami were pretty much the same. Oh yeah, and also Dekisugi was Ace Goody, and then Yaiko was Little G. Apparently, in the Luke version, these names are going to stay the same. Yeah, and then apparently, yeah, and if you ever seen the version of the in the US, you've probably noticed that in the US they've changed pretty much a lot of stuff. They changed the opening. You know how the opening was like pretty much the opening was like it wasn't like music. It was just like an explanation of the series, and then the ending was like typical American credits. Apparently, and then also the soundtrack was also changed. But anyway, apparently Luke's version, like much like the original, looks like the Spanish, Portuguese, Catalan, and many other dubs by Luke, or at least licensed by Luke. Basically, they're going to keep the opening, they're going to keep the ending, and they're also going to keep the soundtrack apparently. And this is all going to be airing on Boomerang, which is pretty cool. Although it's a bit of a shame that I won't be able to watch Boomerang, considering that I don't have Sky anymore, I don't have pay television anymore. We just have to like watch this stuff on this smart TV, and unfortunately, the smart TV doesn't have Boomerang, which is a bit of a shame. Or maybe it has Boomerang, or you didn't bother checking, but who cares? Yeah. So the only way I'm going to be able to watch this UK dub is by actually trying to get it off somewhere. Hopefully someone's gonna upload it. I wonder. But yeah, I really hope so. Cause I'm actually looking forward to watching this. I mean, like, it's gonna be like my favorite type of dub. It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be like it's like the Spanish version, except they're gonna be like changing it to English, basically. It's pretty much like it's almost like a lot of fun because I imagine that would actually succeed a lot. And I kind of imagine that the voice. I'm kind of imagine that the this will be this will be a bit more trustworthy to the Japanese version than Bang Zoom's dub was. Actually, speaking of, we still haven't gotten to the voices yet. Yeah, basically, they changed the voices as well. Yeah. Although we don't have all the voices ready yet. I mean, the only voice we have is Doraemon's voice. Or actually, no, not Doraemon, because I remember in UK they also changed Doraemon's pronunciation. They changed it to Doraemon, which is actually kind of how Speak Konya would kind of pronounce it, or any direct or text to speech program. Heck, even I mentioned it. Even I did it in like one of my 3D movie makers a year ago. But yeah. Anyway, let's do a bit of a comparison. The first voice will be from the Bang Zoom dub, and the second one will be from the Luke dub, what little there is of it at the moment.
Okie dokie. Use the black hole pen to draw a circle on just about anything. Bring the bag a little closer to the hole here and check it out.
There's nothing I can't do. Nothing. Here we go.
As you can probably tell, those are the only tracks I can find for the Luke dub at the moment, but hopefully there'll be more soon. Anyway, as you can tell, those two voice actresses sound a lot different from each other. Well, actually, quite different, actually. Because Mona Marshall, who voices Doraemon in the US version, and then we don't know who's going to voice Doraemon in the Luke version yet, but we'll find out shortly as the series starts airing soon. Probably tomorrow. Mind you, this wasn't the first time Doraemon aired on Boomerang. If I remember, it aired on Boomerang a few times before, in Spain and in Italy. Well, it doesn't air on Spain anymore because the Boomerang is since gone in Spain. I'm not sure if it still airs in Italy. I think it does. Anyway, but that's besides the point. Basically, Doraemon's going to be airing on Boomerang in the UK. Probably being the third country to air Boomerang. Actually, this is gonna be freaking cool because I'm pretty sure there are a few British and Irish anime fans that probably heard of Doraemon somewhere in their life. Probably from going on holiday because it happens to air in the country they go to, or from general knowledge because it's like Doraemon's pretty much, even if you don't know Doraemon, you have to admit he's kind of recognizable. Yeah. And now since it's going to be airing here, it's going to be freaking cool. Yeah. And finally the British, and finally any Irish or British anime convention will finally have something to talk about. Not that there already was much to talk about, but still. I mean, like, Doraemon was like one of my childhood things. And I can finally watch in English, well, using the old Japanese things with them as sort of backing. And that's pretty awesome. So, what will I think of the series so far? Well, I have to wait until it comes out first because, after all, we pretty much can't judge things until it starts, as the people say. Unless it's Metroid Prime Federation Force, in which case everyone has to hate it before it even comes out, because that makes sense. So, when the thing finally comes to the UK and Ireland on Boomerang, I might make a sort of comparison video with me watching the different dubs and seeing which one's better, which one's more superior, which one's like more reminiscent to the Japanese version, and yeah. So, this is the World's Jake 2012, signing out.